Welcome to episode 6 of Shem Mishmuel on the Hagadah Shel Pesach. Today we're going to be exploring the paragraph of the Haggadah, the famous paragraph, Vehi Sheamda. Vehi Sheamda. The minhag is, according to the Arizal, we cover the matzot, we raise the cup, and with raising the cup, we sing Vehi Sheamda, a song that has become widely known and famous and become almost like the symbol of the Haggadah. The question is, what's Vehi? Vehi Sheamda. This is what stood for us. What is this? What is that which stood for us? Because the paragraph keeps on going. This is what stood for us in all the generations, because they always want to kill us. But our insurance, our security is Vehi. Is this? What is this? Explains the Shem Mishmuel on the Haggadah on page Pei. The Haggadah is found in the description. Bottom of page Pei, left column. Vehi she'amda la'avoteinu velanu, shelo echad bilvad amad aleinu, bepashtut hi she'amda al haftacha dela'el minei kai. So the pshat is, Vehi goes on the promise. Hashem's promise to us. So in the previous paragraph in the Haggadah, we said, Baruch Shomer Avtachato LeYisrael. Blessed is Hashem who kept His promise to Abraham to take us out of Mitzrayim. Vehi, that promise that Hashem promised Abraham Avinu, is what keeps us going. So Hashem's promise to Abraham that we are His people and He's always going to look after us. That is what keeps us going. It says the Shem Mishmuel, V'yesh lefarash od. I want to go one step deeper. The Kai, top of page, Pei Aleph. You know what kept us going? Not the promise only, a different shot. What kept us going is the ve'avadum, the actual struggle. The actual struggle, the pain, the suffering in Mitzrayim, that's what kept us going. Now, it would seem the opposite. The suffering is what breaks you. It's not what keeps you going. How can it be that what keeps you going is the vehi, it's the suffering? The Zohar asked the question, who needs this whole galut? Who needs this whole Mitzrayim? A question that maybe not many people ask in the Seder. We're so happy that we left Mitzrayim, but why do we need Mitzrayim in the first place? Says Rabbi Elazar in the Zohar, HaKadosh Baruch Hu did us a favor. He did us a favor by persecution. This is a very sensitive idea, which has to be taken in the proper, mature eyes. Hashem did us a favor by the persecution in order to prevent assimilation. Ki lo yuchluna mitzrim lechol lechem et ha'ivrin, duchrin go'alin behon, nukvin go'alin behon. This is the Mitzrayim with such anti-Semites. They couldn't even eat bread with us. The male, the female, they all were disgusted by the Hebrews. That was our biggest blessing. That's what kept us not intermarried with them. This is Hashem saving us. The persecution, the cancellation, that was God saving us from intermarriage. Says the Shem Mishmuel, this is what we tell the people around the table in the Seder, our dear friends, Vehi Sheamda, what keeps us going is the persecution. What keeps us going is the fact that they don't like us. So stop resenting it. That's exactly why we're still here. We're here because we're being rejected, and that's what keeps us cozy amongst ourselves. ובכל דבר דור עומדים עלינו לכלותנו, ובשביל זה עצמו ישראל מובדלים מהם. והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו מידם, שלא יטמאו בהם ושלא יאכלו בהם על ידי גזירותיהם. So let's now read it, Vehi Sheamda in one flow. Vehi Sheamda, what keeps us going is the fact that they don't like us. But then Hashem, and why does Hashem do that? In order for us to stick together. The only way Hashem could guarantee us not assimilating is because of those struggles that we get from the nations of the world. However, if you give them too much power, they're going to eliminate us. Kadosh Baruch Hu saves us. So we're in a very tricky place. In Galut, we're in a very tricky place. This is a reality that's hard to accept, but important to remember. In Galut, we're in a very tricky place. We're not loved, we're not embraced, we're not hugged, we're rejected, we're persecuted. And that's our biggest favor, because that's what keeps us together and keeps us strong. But we need Hashem to make sure that doesn't get overdone. And sometimes the balance gets out of the norm one way or the other, but Vehi Sheamda says this is the order, this is the seder. The seder is they give us a hard time, we cause amongst ourselves, and like Hakadosh Baruch Hu says, 1 second before the disaster, I will watch them to make sure nothing bad happens. Ve'av mekomot shemarim panim sochakot leIsrael. This is sharp. And even in places where you think they're showing you a smiley face, and this is what we lived through in the Western world the past couple of years after October 7th, even in countries that showed us a smiley face, אף אגב דהינו לא חזי, מזלי לישראל חזי, שכוונוסם גם בזה לכלותנו, כי עשיו שונא ליעקב. Says the Shem Shmuel, don't get deceived by the smile. Don't get deceived by the smile. Maybe they don't even know about it. But deep down, we know that the smiles is not an insurance for our existence. We cannot snooze, we cannot sleep, we cannot think, oh, they're smiling, they're accepting us, we're part of their society. The rejection is still there. That's actually a favor. Embrace it. Embrace the rejection, because that's what keeps you amongst each other. And that's also part of what we say thank you to Hashem. And to me, this is a very interesting paragraph, because usually in the Seder, it's all nice, it's all dandy, it's all beautiful. And here it seems like a very raw, real text of no, we're in Galut, and this is Shem Shmuel is writing it, he lived through the First World War. We're in Galut, and we know if Vehi Sheamda, there is real struggles. We're not making a Seder because we think it's all good. No, we're making a Seder because we know it's not all good, and nevertheless we come together tonight, as we've come together last year, as we've come together in the toughest of all times, because we know that this is what keeps us going. The persecution and the hate and the struggle, that's also thank you Hashem. Not just thank you Hashem for the good. Thank you Hashem for that also. Because at the end of the day, that's what made us in the past 2,000 years of exile stick to each other. The fact that we knew that there's no security anywhere and with anyone. So yes, the Hakadosh Baruch Hu matzalenu miyadam, we need Hakadosh Baruch Hu to save us, to watch us. But we tell Hashem thank you for everything. And to finish off with another beautiful vart on Vehi Sheamda. So we said Vehi Sheamda can be going on the promise. Vehi Sheamda can be going on the persecution. On Chassidus Sfarim it says Vehi could also go on our trust in Hashem. What keeps us going? Not only His promise to us, the fact that we believe in it. What keeps us going is our trust. What keeps us going is the fact that we wake up every morning and when we say Modeh Ani, we remember, we remind ourselves, we trust Hashem, we know that Hashem has our back. That bitachon, Vehi Sheamda goes on the bitachon. The bitachon itself is what keeps us going. And finally, Vehi Sheamda, this, sitting together, saying L'chaim together, saying Divrei Torah together, sitting with the family, Vehi Sheamda, this is what keeps us going. Yes, we've had better years, we had worse years. We had Sidarim that we did in banquet halls, and we had Sidarim that we did in concentration camps. We had Sidarim that we did with maror from lettuce, and we had Sidarim that we did with maror that in every bone of our beings was maror. But regardless of the time, regardless of the circumstances, what keeps us going is this, Vehi Sheamda. We're sitting together on the Seder table, we're sharing Divrei Torah, we're sharing the Seudah, we're spending time together with Torah, with a purpose, Vehi Sheamda. This is what keeps us going. Maybe that's why we pick up the cup. We pick up the cup and we say, Vehi, the cup. This that we could sit together and have a drink of l'chaim together over some words of Torah. This camaraderie, this connection amongst the family, the Seudot of Yom Tov, the Seudot of Shabbat. Cherish it. This is what keeps us going. This cup of Kiddush, this cup of Havdalah, this cup of L'chaim, this cup of sharing Smachot and Divrei Torah together, this is what keeps us going.